Hello, I'm Steve Wynn, and I'm very glad to have this opportunity to do a little tour of the hotel, show you around so that while you visit Wynn Las Vegas, you don't miss a thing. And while we're doing it, I'm hopeful that maybe we'll fill you in on some of the ideas that shaped its design. So let's get started, and I hope you enjoy the tour. There's no mystery as to what people want. The whole idea, though, is to serve it up to you in a way that's unique and different and better than you've ever had it before. And Wynn Las Vegas is our attempt to do that. We're very proud of the fact that here at Wynn, our tower suites were the first hotel rooms in Las Vegas history to win the Forbes 5-star designation. There's yet another layer, another level in this building, and they're called villas that have their own backyards, their own pools, massage rooms, and treatment centers. 3 dozen of them overlook our golf course. It's one thing to have a famous chef's name on a menu. It's quite a different thing to have the famous chef cooking your dinner. We scoured America and Europe for the finest chefs, pastry and regular, Italian, Japanese, Chinese, American. Those kind of people are all here in each of our restaurants cooking. Love to talk about the restaurants in Wynn and Encore because we pay special attention to the cuisine in this hotel. You probably have noticed that by now. But in case you haven't, gotta tell you that we've redone the whole Japanese section in Lagoon over again, made it much more beautiful, and we call it Mizumi. That restaurant features every kind of Japanese cooking preparation, starting with sushi and all a huge selection of Japanese wines. We also have a section of the restaurant that's teppanyaki cooking. That's where they cook right at the table on a hot plate. And then finally we have a roboto-yaki section, which is sort of like Japanese barbecue. All that is included in Mizumi with a 100-foot waterfall and a Japanese garden setting, I think you'd say. Check it out. There's a restaurant in our hotel with an Italian flavor that has the most extraordinary choice of exotic fish from every part of the world, especially the Mediterranean. The kind of choice that is rarely available in this country, the kind of choice that you'd find if you were traveling in Europe along the coast of the Mediterranean. We have a special supply chain that allows us to have this kind of choice on the table within 36 hours of when the fish were in the water, swimming. So, if you like all kinds of Italian specialties in addition to the fish, whether it's risotto or pasta, this restaurant, Costa di Mare, has been the favorite of all of our guests since we opened in 2005. Costa di Mare, in the shopping esplanade. There's a terrific late-night Italian restaurant called Allegro that's very convenient to the nightclubs at the Wynn. It's on the corner of the casino, and it's cooking in there, and things are jumping until 4 and 5 in the morning when all the clubs let out. So if you're in for a late night supper, Allegro was specifically designed for that. A million people a year go to the buffet at the Wynn. Our chefs have decided to take our buffet line and include in it choices of every conceivable kind of cuisine. It's a place where you can eat to your heart's content for a very reasonable price. I hope you'll all check out the buffet. It's quite an experience. The buffet at Wynn. Zuzza crackers. And it was inspired by a man that was part of our company named Charlie Meyerson, who loved delicatessen food. Charlie isn't with us anymore, but the deli food at Zuzza Crackers is with us, along with a picture of Charlie. And you can also watch the sports or the races in our big racing sports book, or play poker. All of that is handy on that north side of the casino. Earlier I mentioned that this hotel was a lot about discovery, about you going and finding places that would allow you to experience a whole different environment, a whole change of energy and mood. I don't think anything captures that more than the country club. Dinner in that place with the waterfall all lit up is like being in North Carolina. It's totally transportive, completely different than any other mood or vibe in the whole building. As you walk back from the country club, you walk between two restaurants that look out over our pool. One of them is the Terrace Point. And Terrace Point is all glass, and it looks out on the pools and the gardens. You can sit there and enjoy that environment. In the South Suite Tower is a restaurant called Tableau. The chef is a fabulous young man, and he does things with all kinds of American food and seafood that are strictly his own style. Wynn Las is our Chinese restaurant. In Chinese, that means forever prosperous, forever fruitful. The chef is a wonderfully accomplished man. It has a garden outside. One end of the restaurant's all glass onto a garden, and there are 4 pomegranate trees, each of them 100 years old. From parasol up, through the beautiful umbrellas that are rotating in our 2-story space, through the curved escalators that go down to the lower level on the Lake of Dreams, there are 2 restaurants. One on the left, SW. We couldn't think of a better name, so we used my initials. SW is a steakhouse, probably one of the most popular restaurants in Las Vegas. Very difficult to get in because it is beautiful, because the food is extraordinary, and because the terrace and patios look out onto the Lake of Dreams, where every night, every 30 minutes or so, that entire environment morphs and changes. Lots of fun, very Las Vegas visual. Our lakeside restaurant, which sits on the side and enjoys a terrace on the Lake of Dreams, is a special selection of wide-ranging seafood and non-seafood dishes. A huge assortment of salads by our chef, David Walsog. Our hotel has a guest. It's none other than Popeye the Sailor Man. This remarkable figure is here because Jeff Koons, the renowned sculptor, has created him in stainless steel, coated with saturated colors of red and blue and yellow. He stands 6.5 feet tall. And so, when Popeye says, "I'm strong to the finish because I eat some spinach," we're hoping that that will inspire all of you to eat healthy and take advantage of our vegan menus in all of our restaurants. And most importantly, don't miss Popeye while you're here. And we certainly do have elegance, and you can absolutely carry it off by checking out our retail shopping experience. Everything from Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Christian Dior, Cartier, the remarkable British designer Alexander McQueen, fanciful cellular telephones handcrafted in England by Vertu. If you're into watches and jewelry, Wynn & Company offers everything from Patek Philippe to Panerai and everything in between. And while we're on the subject of watches, we're proud to host the only branded Rolex store in the United States. Every complete model of Rolex watches available for you if you're walking down the Esplanade. Our home store is one of my favorites because it offers all the wonderful things that you see in the hotel, including if you've enjoyed your mattress and your linens. We can send them to you at home. Our mattress was specially made for us after a lot of research, and our pillow top. And all of that is available in the home store along with our linens and other beautiful things that our staff prepared, including flowers. All of us here at the hotel, as you may have noticed, have a thing about flowers. In the atrium at the front of Wynn, near the lobby entrance, are 2 new floral displays that we're quite proud of. With Preston Bailey, the world-famous floral designer, we created 2 massive sculptures made of 100,000 flowers. One of them, at one end of the atrium in the front of Wynn, is a hot air balloon
that's 20-odd feet tall. And on the other end, by Louis Vuitton Cartier, you will see a carousel with music that's rotating with horses going up and down. And when you look at these wonderful photo opportunities, just remember that they're 100% flowers. Hope you enjoy them.
Las Vegas always has been and always will be about entertainment. And our hotel, of course, is no exception. Downstairs, in our Le Rêve Theater, you can thrill to the dazzling exploits of our cast in Le Rêve.
If you're the kind of person that's loved musicals in the movies or in a Broadway theater, boy, have we got good news for you. We've got a brand new show in the Encore Theater called Showstoppers. It's all those great numbers in the history of the musical theater, performed by 36 of the most beautiful dancers and singers ever collected in one room and backed up by 30 live musicians in a terrific orchestra, all together, jamming this into a drop-dead kind of show. So if you're that kind of person, we got you covered.
Some people with a very high tolerance of pain think that golf is entertainment. But we sure didn't want to ignore those poor souls, so we've fixed up a golf course right outside the back door next to the country club. It was designed by Tom Fazio, who is a wonderful, gifted man. And I think the best thing to do is let Tom tell you about it himself.
Steve had asked me a question that no one in golf, no reporter or interview person ever asked me. A very simple, basic question, and it was, what makes a golf course great, in my opinion? And I started talking about some of the great old golf courses, that some of them, like a Pebble Beach on the ocean front and with the crashing water on the rocks and the seals out on the waterways and the great big cypress trees and pine trees, obviously a great environment for golf. And when you go to places like Pinehurst that are in the rolly sand country of North Carolina with its big tall sentinel pines and rolling terrain, it creates great environment for golf. And whether it's the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, where Pine Valley that's ranked as the #1 course in the world by every poll that's ever been taken. So I gave him an answer like, Steve, well, I think it's some kind of environment is what makes a golf course great. There's no any one individual idea. And he looked at me and stared and thought for about 3 seconds and said, why don't we build an environment and put a golf course in it? Fortunately, I was sitting down, because if I wasn't sitting down, I probably would have fell down on it. I thought, what did you say? He said, let's build an environment. Let's think about creating an environment, and we'll put a golf course in it. Can you imagine having a spectacular, great golf course in the Strip of Las Vegas? I mean, right here, walk out the door of your room, and there is a golf course as good as any place in the world. I mean, that's shocking, and that's that in itself is pretty unique.
After shopping and in between dining experiences, one of the main things people like to enjoy in this hotel is the spa and the beauty shop. From hair coloring and nails to facials and perms and other do's, the salon is available with our wonderful hair cutters and stylists at your disposal. All you have to do is call for an appointment. We've taken the notion of a swimming pool and that environment, I think, to something of another level here. You can curl up at one of our 5 pools, swim laps that are hundreds of feet long. Talk to people as you stroll in the water and cool off. Meet at our European pool where we have a bar and gaming and a disc jockey. The pool is a place to explore at Wynn Las Vegas, to find its many parts. And throughout all of these parts are scattered cabanas that offer you additional privacy and very personalized service by our cabana food and beverage service personnel. And if you're getting married in the morning or any other time of day for that matter,
we're all set for you here at the hotel, one-stop shopping. 3 wonderful areas, chapels or a garden setting in which to perform the ceremony. Our staff is ready to help you with everything from catering to makeup to flowers to the video. Everything prearranged and easy for a personal and lovely ceremony. And with the help of our telephone operators, don't you worry, we'll get you to the church on time.
Well, that's about it. It's been a lot of fun taking you on the trip. I hope that while you're in Las Vegas, that we'll get to see you again. Good luck.